As you all know, I keep my ears to these financial streets, and the word is to stop saving money now. I repeat, get your money out of that savings account now. Now, you know Monique don't waste money, so don't you worry. No real money was harmed in the making of this video. But we're about to talk about all that's in the news right now about why it is said to stop saving money immediately. And what they're actually saying you need to do with your money ASAP right after this. What's up, guys? This is Monique and welcome back to the channel. I am back with the news that you can use. But first, if you are new here, hello, bonjour, hola, konnichiwa, shalom. Thanks so much for stopping by, but don't just be a stranger. Hit that subscribe button and join the family. And also do me a huge favor and turn that like button blue, because it will help me to get this info out to more people, and you help me, I help you, everybody's winning. Okay, so should we stop saving money? That is the question, and we need some answers. We're about to do some digging, try to find the truth. And just keep in mind, I am sharing all of this information that I find, and I find that it's interesting. So I'm like, you know what? Let me bring it to you so that you can make the best decision for yourself and for your family. Monique is not telling you definitely to do one thing or another. I'm just sharing the things that I discover with you. But I will say this much. I did go ahead and close my savings account, and I'm going to get into all the reasons as to why I did that in a second. But let's figure out what is going on. So right now there are so many different things that's being said about money, but more specifically about the dollar. They're saying that there's a decline in the dollar coming. There's a collapse that's on the way. The dollar is doomed. But none of this information is really new. A lot of this is things that have been said for a long time now. But the reason that I'm talking about it today is because, like I said, these things are resurfacing. And I came across a recent article that said the dollar is in danger now. And there's a lot of focus on the dollar right now because it is the most powerful currency. I did not say it is worth the most. I said it is the most powerful currency in the world. It's actually considered a global currency, or another name for it is a reserve currency. And that's because it is accepted and exchanged almost everywhere on earth. But according to many, the dollar is actually in danger of losing its power. And that, my friends, is where it becomes a problem for you and I, because if we are stocking up on funds, if we have a lot of cash that we are saving, then if it loses power, the cash that we have also loses that power and it loses its value. And no, we don't want that to happen. So according to CNBC, the biggest reason for this danger that is upon us is because the great old United States is out there spending all their money, but they are not bringing in what they are putting out. So what do we call that? We call that living above their means. In fact, in 2021, the amount that they put out versus how much they brought in, they were at a deficit, which means they didn't have enough to cover their funds by $821 billion. But overall, the debt that the United States is in is over $30 trillion. Have you ever wondered what $1 trillion looks like? Some people are still wondering what $1 million looks like, but don't worry, if you stick around on this channel, we gonna get to that million together. But so there are many other reasons that were mentioned as to why this dollar is in danger. We won't get into all of them because we don't have enough time to even talk about them all. But is that enough just to say stop saving our money? I mean, at this point, the dollar is still the strongest currency there is. Let me know what your thoughts are so far down in the comments below, but that is not the main reason that it is said to stop saving money. We're about to get into that now. So the biggest thing that I've seen the most out of all the things that I've read, out of all the things that I've seen, is the one thing that everybody has been affected by in one way or another, and that is inflation. From gas prices to the price of houses to even groceries, inflation is hitting harder than it has in the last 40 years. The price of consumer goods is now up by 8.5%. And so what that means for us is the dollar is not stretching like it used to. So this is the main reason a lot of people have been saying to stop saving money. And according to this guy, the worst place that we can keep our money is in the bank. And when I am talking about savings account, I'm not talking about your emergency fund at all, okay? We're talking about the money that extends beyond that emergency fund that you have. You don't want to just be storing that up and letting that lose value. Because if you are storing your money in a bank, usually if you have a savings account, you're getting around a 0.01% interest. Some people may look up and get a 0.06% interest. But with the interest being that low, that means that the money that you have in the bank, you're you're actually losing money every year. And I'm sure you're wondering,
how, Monique? Because that same $1,000 that I put in there last year is still in there right now, so my money is not going anywhere.
Yes, your money is still sitting there, but what is it really worth? Now that's the real question that needs some answers. Because if you have your money in the bank and you are getting at 0.01% and inflation is currently about, let's just say 8%, that means that every year that you're keeping your money in there, you are losing out on 7.99% of your money. So with your $1,000 in the bank, yeah, it's still $1,000, but the thing is, it's not really going to be worth what the $1,000 was the day that you put it in there. So for that reason, that's why it's really said that a bank is not a good place to put your money. But where should I put my money? I know that's the next question. Don't even type it. I got you. So to combat all of this stuff, you know, we have to get in the ring and we have to fight for what's ours. So to fight for this, one of the biggest things that we have to do, one of the things that I have been learning, I'm still in the very beginning stages of it though, is to invest your money. Investing your money is pretty much the only way that you are going to be able to keep up with inflation and allow your money to grow. And one of the places that you can start investing, one of the places my husband and I have started investing, is in index funds. Now I know because you heard the word invest, you might want to run away. Don't you click off this video yet. Stick around. Investing is not as scary as a lot of us think, because I know for sure I was one who was like, when I first heard that, oh no. But I just want to show you what it would look like to just save your money in a savings account versus investing it in an index fund, how much money you'll actually get back. All right, so we have this simple savings calculator here. It's going to determine how much money you will gain in interest over a 10-year period. Let's say that you put $1,000 in the bank, right? And I have to put that you'll add $1 a month. They don't let me say zero. So that'll end up being like $1,120 that you put into this bank account. And as I said, the bank's interest rate is about a 0.01. So that means that you will only gain about $1.06 in interest with keeping your $1,000 in that savings account for 10 years. Now, even if we go with that 0.06, which I said some people look up and get, that means that you will have made $6.37 over a 10-year period on the money that you put in your savings account, which is nothing. Now, on the other hand, if we go over here and look at this investment calculator, like I said, we're investing in index funds, and we start off with $1,000, and let's say we don't add anything else to that $1,000. So when it comes to rate of return, that's the percentage you'll be getting back on your investments. So I did a quick Google research, and I found that since about 1957, if you did the S&P 500, people have been getting about a 10.5% return on their investment. That means that you will have gained $1,714 compared to that $1 or that $6, depending on which interest rate you got. That is a huge difference. Now imagine if you continue to add to that index fund, how much more money you'll have. So that's why I'm stressing to you guys the importance of investing and really making your money work for you. Because if not, then your money is just sitting there and it's losing value. Now for those that just are like, at this point, you know, Monique, I don't care how much I could get back, I'm not comfortable with investing, I'm gonna stick to my savings account, that's fine. Or for those that, like I said, you have your emergency fund, you need to keep your money in a savings account. Make sure you are using a high yield savings account. That's what I have. Those give you higher interest rates, which means that you will get more money back. No, it's not like you'll be able to go and buy a Lexus, Mercedes, or a new house on that interest, but it is much better than that low interest rate. Like I said earlier, I closed my savings account because I was only getting a 0.01% interest rate on it. And I went and I Googled some high yield savings account. And right now they have high yield savings accounts at about 0.6%. You may find some higher, but Those are like with Citibank, I think Ally Bank. They also have Capital One 360 savings account. So like I said, I closed my account and I went on ahead and moved it to a high yield savings account for my emergency fund. And the rest of my funds, I went on ahead and I invested in S&P 500 with some index funds. So I have my money working for me all around so that I can keep up with inflation. And that's basically what most of these people are talking about. The fact that you want to make sure that as inflation continues to rise, because this is not the end. It's always been a certain rate of inflation going on over time. It's just like expedited right now. But you want to just make sure that your money is keeping up with it. But at the end of all of this, just use this information to make the best decision for you and your family, whether it's to just keep your money where it is, or to get that high yield savings, or to invest it. Whatever you do, make sure you're doing what's best for you. But that's all I have for you today, and I thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video if you have not. Subscribe to the channel. And other than that, we are out. Peace.